Greetings and salutations, this is Pandora the Eclectic, and this is Anti-Social Justice Friday, Saturdays. I just decided to do a new segment where, I like the idea that I can upload certain things on certain days, and what better day than the weekend where everyone's awake, I can have a full week of sleep, and, well, I have plenty of time to, gather together my thoughts. Anyways, this will be basically a segment of videos where I'll just talk about social justice warriors and their stupidity of stupidity. Because, I get lucky in finding this shit. I don't know why that is. Maybe because I'm just one of these, or even if I'm not one of these unlucky kinds of people, I probably run into people here on YouTube who've had the unfortunate state of affairs to get into it as well. Not liking it, but hey, that is life. Anyways, apparently, according to Mundanematt, who I will link his video in links down below, apparently social justice warriors got their knots in, got their panties, collective underwear, in a knot over a certain Kevin Levine, who apparently, I guess he's known for writing characters. He probably, let me go. A game developer, I think. I don't usually pay that much attention to video games, but apparently he talked about how Kevin Levine designs characters. Now, I do suggest people to read the article, because I'll be honest, I only listened to the video, I did not read the article. But apparently, Alan Levine was basically breaking down how he writes characters. Now, if he was trying to make the argument, I get maybe the question was given or asked if, how do you write characters? A lot of game developers write this way or write that way, I don't know. But apparently, Kevin Levine usually says he writes what can they do, what's in their way, He doesn't write, or he doesn't pay attention to the race of the character, he doesn't pay attention to the gender or the sexual orientation, which that's actually a very good model for any writer, for that matter, And frankly, that's where a lot of fiction comes from, because when you think about it, King Arthur, which is my favorite character, favorite story character, as well as even Alice in Wonderland, and two favorite characters of all time, because, in the story of King Arthur, King Arthur's kind of a whiny character, and not because I don't think it's so much that Arthur didn't like writing men, it's more of, I don't think this is something that King Arthur wanted to do. So, but that was one of his that is a big problem with some people, and they have to work around that. Okay? It's only to put themselves above others. Not put themselves above others, that's pretty damn easy. As well as hard, I guess. Or put others before themselves. Okay? There we go. Yeah. Put others before themselves. Yeah. And Alice, well, for her, it was just trying to get around all the obstacles of just dealing with people who were completely unreasonable. Okay? That's where those two stories go. Now, a lot of people would argue, yeah, those both are white protagonists. Well, I don't think most of the people who wrote this story prefer white people over black people. I think it's just that, if anything, maybe the artist who painted them was relatively shallow. Or maybe, I don't know, or maybe, I guess the artist who painted it was painting it for a audience that was predominantly white, because you have to kind of keep in mind it was, or maybe that's all they ever saw in their area. Who knows? I know shallow is kind of mean, but let's just keep in mind that's the only three options you can go with. I know social justice warriors go with the first one. The second one, in my opinion, the other two, I agree more with, because some of those painters might have been the same people who did and Little Boy Fauntleroy or something like that. So there might have been some black people up there, and it might just appeal to a wider audience. And not even just that audience, also the poor might have been black. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Okay, but I don't want to sound like I'm playing social justice warrior here, because I'm not one. Other than, like, yes, when it comes to homosexuality or just, legal issues altogether, okay, and then it's like, what about LGBT? Why do you prefer them? It's like, well, right now, I can understand some people taking the side of the LGBT over any other group, not because we hate these other groups. I think it's more, no, do you realize it's taking them a fuck a lot of time for some areas to actually allow it? At least according to news media, I hate the news media for a lot of reasons, as well as the other people who do. But what else? Anyways, yeah, I like how he said that, because that's kind of how I write characters somewhat. But I will definitely say I won't lie. Yeah, in fact, actually, a lot of my characters, I wouldn't be shocked or surprised when they're white. I don't really care. And it's not that I have not seen black people with red hair. It's just that also the character where this character comes from, which that comes later when describing them. Never mind. I just never mind. Never mind. I forget I said that part, and I'm just talking now. Anyways, Pandora the Eclectic, you all to keep Frosty, and way to go, Kevin Levine. I hope I said his name right. Yeah, Ken Levine. Pardon not pronouncing your name right. Anyways, have a great day, Ken Levine, and I hope you all, click subscribe, follow, all that stuff. And social justice warriors, yeah, you know how it